Good morning, everybody. John Bergsma here on a little bit of a chilly early November day. We're here in the towns of Indian River and Cheboygan, Michigan, on the waterway between Burt and Mullet Lake. We're going to show you some fantastic fall smallmouth bass fishing. Stay tuned. Well, we're here at, as you can see in the background, a little bit of a seawall entrance that goes from Burt into the waterway on up through the waterway to Mullet. And we're fishing today with a couple of good bass fishermen from here in Michigan, Don Fowler and Tony DiFilippo. They're joining me in the boat as a courtesy because, to be honest, I'm not the greatest bass fisherman in the world. I spent my life walleye fishing. So we're going to see if we can work some of these classic areas on these two lakes and come up with a nice limit of fish today.
Water temperature's in the 40s, and we're in, looks like 20 foot of water. So I'm throwing it out, I'm letting it sink down. And when I figure it's down probably halfway or a little better, then I start just moving it in nice and slow.
Northern. I'm telling you, I'm popping the cadence, changing the cadence.
Oh, look, did you see that smallie?
No, it was small.
Yeah, he's right on me.
Popping the thing real aggressively, and he'll probably pop off before we even get it. And what we're working right here is a sand edge that's got some weed growth right on it, and it tumbles from like 7-8 right down into 20. And the weeds are laying right on that slope, and it seems like we've seen a lot of topwater fish going here this morning. But so far, the only thing we can get to bite is northerns. But I know while I was catching that fish, I heard Don say, "Did you see that smallmouth?" So he must have had a good follow. We're gonna keep working this spot. What you got, Donnie?
That's a good question.
I'll get the net either way.
All right. Oh, it's fighting like crazy at first, but now it's just kind of sliding in.
Well, it took us a few minutes to figure out the location of these
Is it a
fish.
walleye?
Oh no, it's a big, nice northern.
Northern, yep.
You know what? We're a multi-species boat. We'll take whatever.
Yeah.
Here you go, Donald.
We'll give this guy a pass back into the water and try for his brother, the smallmouth.
See here, it feels a little more like a smallmouth. Yeah, maybe not. It's just same darn thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good quality pike.
Yeah?
Not
Good
what
job.
we're looking for, but
You want me
Hey.
to net that?
We're fishermen.
the
We're
bonus
fishermen,
is
Tony.
There's no one here to watch us fish this pike. No other boats on the water.
See right down here, the water line? It's sand right here, and then halfway back in the boat, the water is dark. It's a big hole here, and this is usually a smallmouth heaven, but today it seems to be a northern. But I don't know, we're hoping that the smallies will come in and push the northerns out, which doesn't happen very often.
This trip has been in the plans for months. We've waited for a perfect fall weather day so that we could come out and showcase the fantastic smallmouth fishing that's available here in the Indian River Cheboygan area of northern Michigan. We're fishing primarily on the Burt and Mullet Lake and the inland waterway that joins those two bodies of water. Indian River being mostly on Burt Lake in the waterway, where Cheboygan sits at the north end of Mullet Lake.
I'll let you go ahead and net that one. Save my bait here.
I'll tell you what though, as far as keeping us busy, I think this is fun.
Nice Nice Burt Lake pike. I said now what we're looking for, but the same thing that's bringing these pike here will also bring the smallmouth here. We got bait fish here evidently, so that's the key this time of year.
Boat's sitting right on the break line. What we got right here is a sand edge this way towards shore, and the boat, literally where I'm standing, it goes from light to dark, and what there is just some laid down weeds. Seems like the fish are just sitting right on this break, and they're just busting all over the place. I lost my hot tube, so I think
There's more in there.
Don gave me a not so hot tube because I've casted 3 times now and haven't gotten a fish.
You got the purple and pumpkin?
I do have purple and pumpkin. But I'm gonna prove that purple and pumpkin catches fish too. Oh, I started aggressively working that tube. I had been dragging it, and it looks like we're into pike here. I got another pike, but he just came off. I saw the pike. I think what happened here is we've got a school of pike working where the smallmouth should be. And as you know, the pike are a little bit more aggressive feeders. And the first few casts, I made some drag motion, which is more of a smallmouth presentation. And Don caught that fish. I casted right where he'd been, picked up my cadence, bang, right away.
Great Lakes Fisherman's Digest is brought to you by Lowrance Electronics. Fish the finest. This segment is brought to you by Trax Tech, the ultimate fishing system.
I'm right here, baby.
Finally, we got one to eat this little leadhead minnow.
Oh yeah, nice fish. I'll get the net for you.
And it's a walleye.
Perfect. Nice one though. What a beautiful walleye, eh? Wow, that's a gorgeous fish. Now there is a gorgeous Burt Lake walleye. Just an unbelievable fish, and that's one of the bonuses that you have when you come and fall fish at Indian River Cheboygan, is whether you're in Burt Lake, the waterway, or Mullet Lake, you're gonna encounter not just smallmouth bass and some northerns like we started the morning with, but you're gonna get, you know, Burt Lake is known for these beautiful walleyes, and this is about a 20-incher, really nice fish.
Well, it's the same deal. It's these bait fish. The minnows are up here. It's that time of year. They're fluttering. Some of them are dying. They're watching for these dying ones. This bait I'm throwing right now, even though it's not the blade bait I was throwing a minute ago, cast it out, let it drop straight to the bottom, pick it up a couple times, let it drop back down to the bottom again. Dying bait fish right there. They can't help themselves. We've been fishing the mouth of the river here, and though we have seen some topwater activity, I haven't seen a ton of bait fish on the graph. And right now, when this water gets to this low 50 temperature, which it is now, they for the most part will give up on the crayfish. So they're concentrating on bait fish right now. We're not seeing numbers. We've seen numbers of pike here, but what we can do is quick hit another spot on this lake, come back, it could be loaded with smallmouth, and they'll move in and out too as these bait fish move in and out. But once this water temperature is in this zone we're looking at right now, it's all about the bait fish. So evidently there's just a few bait fish here and we're not seeing them, but if we can come back, it could be a whole different story.
Donnie, you catch one? Oh, nice fish. Nice fish.
Where's my net man?
Oh, my net man, yeah. Sorry. There you go.
I'll bring it right down in front
Donnie,
of you.
you're killing me. We go to the most unlikely spot in the whole world. And that right there is Burt Mullet Lake. Little grub. Beautiful fish.
Nice job with the net too, by the way.
Yeah, thanks Don for casting you on it right behind there, Tony. What we did is we jumped back into a bay, and it's really an unlikely spot because you'd think there's just way too much shallow water all around us. There's no breaks, there's no drop-offs, but you know, Don and Tony both were talking up in the front of the bow of the boat, and he said, hey, let's dive into this bay, let's put the trolling motor on high, and let's just cast to side of the boat, and what do you know? Produce a fantastic fish like this. Beautiful.
Looks like a decent female here. We'll see.
Well, you said that earlier.
It turned into a walleye, didn't it?
Exactly, it turned into a walleye.
Where are you there, sweetheart?
Oh, there it
You
is.
know what? I keep an eye out for a fish right behind this one, just in case you can do a double here.
Oh wow, that's a nice fish. That's a nice fish, Tony.
And down there.
Oh yeah, nice.
All right, let me lead him. Take him right up into that net for you.
Oh yeah, beautiful. Now that is exactly what Burt and Mullet
Yeah.
produce, eh?
Yep, you're darn right. Beautiful area here, beautiful lake, and look how beautiful these fish are.
Yeah.
And again, dying minnow. That's what I thought it
Exactly.
was.
Yeah, let's pop this out of here and show everybody exactly what we're doing. You know what, Tony, let's get this fish back in the water. We want to really be careful with these big girls, and then let's talk about how the presentation.
Great idea. That's a good stock fish there.
Beautiful fish.
Have a good day, lady.
Oh yeah. So how are you working that?
Well, just making this baby die. I was making it dart around a little bit, then settle to the bottom. Pick it back up 6 inches, dart around a little bit, settle back to the bottom. Just the kind of a flutter you see like you see dying bait fish.
Sure. So how would you hook that on? Show everybody exactly how you'd hook that right onto that
Well,
minnow.
just a regular lead head jig here.
Sure.
Thread it straight through the front. This minnow's a little torn up by that fish there.
Yeah.
Exposed hook, and then you want to do more of a slight sweep and reel, so you don't want to, you're not pulling a hook through a 3-inch plastic worm or anything, so you don't have to go crazy like on TV sometimes.
Exactly. So it's more of just feeling the weight and just sweep and set.
Yep. And one more little key deal with this, I don't know if you can notice this or not, but this is a relatively short shank hook. If this shank is coming out about here, I'm losing half my action on this minnow.
I got it.
So
Well,
just a little deal.
let's go get more.
All right.
Additional consideration is provided by the Landings Resort, located directly on the inland waterway, offering cabin and boat rentals, gas and bait, and by Big Bear Adventures in Indian River, offering seasonal tours and rentals for all paddle sports activities. Additional consideration is provided by Best Western River Terrace in Cheboygan, providing fantastic accommodations directly on the inland waterway, and by Mullet Lake and Anchor Inn Marinas, offering pontoon rentals and marine sales and service.
Beautiful. Talk to him, Doc.
Right,
Unbelievable.
I got some kind of a trout, I'm guessing here. Let's stay down. Let's get him in for that. Oh, beautiful fish. Nice fish. Can you believe the fish you can catch in this lake? Everything. What the heck? It's like spin a wheel. Yeah, rainbow, brown, whatever. Walleye, pike. What a fishery this is. My goodness. Who's got to that? If I get to that. I got the feeling I'm going to bring it to you on this side if that works.
I got the net, man.
Boy, what a
Wow,
beautiful
what
trout.
in the world do you have here?
Beautiful
Brown.
Lake brown here.
Oh my goodness, this is a slug.
Maybe I have it.
A slug of a brown. That's the biggest brown trout. Wow. Grab your fish. That is just crazy. I mean, what have we got today? Northern pike, big smallie, regular smallie, walleye,
Brown trout.
and a brown trout that is just like a killer brown trout.
We haven't
It's
even been out here that long, have we?
No,
yet?
it's just now.
Yeah.
Just now we said high noon,
Yeah.
and we didn't get out here till after 8. So this has been just a field day of just crazy, crazy good fishing.
Yep. Go figure. Once you get her in before she gets hurt here.
Oh, I agree totally.
Alrighty.
I'll tell you what, these two lakes boast some of the best early season and late season smallmouth bass fishing for trophy size fish. We're talking about a real chance at a 5, 6, even up to 7-pound fish. Just a few weeks ago, right here in a lake close to Mullet Lake, the state record for Michigan was broken at a stunning 9.35 pounds. So that's the type of fish that are available in these two lakes. You know, one of the things we've been doing today, and we just got here literally a couple of minutes ago, was the fish have not been yarded up. Sometimes in the fall, you'll get schools of 10, 15, 20, 30 fish, and it's a feeding frenzy, a bonsai bonanza. But you know what? Today has not been that way, so we have changed our tactics for the afternoon bite, and that is we're gonna go hit spots quickly, move through them, looking for the active fish, then move on. I mean, 15, 20, 30 minutes, no more than that, move on, because, you know, when they're not schooling up, you just have to adjust your tactics. Great fish. Indian River, Cheboygan, baby. Perfect. We've got a additional lakes in these areas that are just a close drive. If you come and base yourself in the Indian River Cheboygan area for a fishing trip or a regular vacation, you not only have the waterway Burt and Mullet, but you have Black Lake, which is a fantastic fishing lake. You have Fletcher's Pond, and Hubbard Lake isn't a very far drive away either. All of these lakes offer fantastic fishing, and you have additional fishing-based resorts. Resorts like Jack's Landing, for example, on Fletcher's Pond, which has been around for 1,000,000 years, basically. As long as I've been alive, Jack's Landing has been a vacation destination. You've got fantastic accommodations in Cheboygan, like the River Terrace, the Best Western, which looks right at the waterway. You've got the Landings Resort, which is right on the waterway. Pontoon George, we call him, has been around forever, and they have on-the-water gas, and they've got fantastic rentals. It's just a great quick stop, and it's just that type of environment that you get when you get into the Indian River Cheboygan area. The state of Michigan has done a fantastic job of maintaining the hiking trails, the biking trails, the boat launches, the state parks. The entire package of things to do around this area is so complete that families really have to always look at this area, Indian River Cheboygan, as a fantastic place to begin their destination. I mean, the Mackinac Bridge is less than an hour away. The Lady Michigan, which is up in Alpena, which is a really cool tour ship, and a museum, and it's all water-based. It's all about the shipwrecks and the history of those shipwrecks, and it's got a fantastic tour boat that takes you out, and it's a glass bottom boat, and you can actually see those things. So it's really a fantastic base.
Great Lakes Fisherman's Digest is brought to you by Motor Guide, engineered for anglers. This segment brought to you by Ely, Minnesota. On the Boundary Waters Canoe Area, Ely, one of North America's last pure wilderness experiences.
All right, today we got something a little different for you. We got Cajun cooked trout with fettuccine alfredo and asparagus. Something you wouldn't normally think to do, but hey, why not? So we're gonna start by getting our grill all oiled up so she doesn't stick to her. And we can oil the fish right away. Then our New Orleans Cajun seasoning. Don't be afraid of it. This is Cajun. Now we toss her on. There you go. All right, we got our water boiled up for our fettuccine noodles. We're gonna cook them to al dente. That means just before they're done, then we're gonna take them out. That way we don't overcook them. And you just push them down in there. Put the top back on, and you're good to go. These will take about 10 minutes to cook. Alrighty, I'm doing this a little unconventional, but we're gonna go ahead and I threw some asparagus on the grill, and we're gonna put this Alfredo right on the grill. We're gonna plate everything up right here. You can do this inside if you'd like, but that's how we're doing it today. So we got the fish to flip, which is beautiful. Should be ready just in time. We're gonna throw our fettuccine in with the Alfredo. Now, not everyone's as skilled as me. I'm gonna do this right here. You can use a tongs or whatever you'd like, but that's how I roll. And then all you do, leave this sit for a couple minutes. The fettuccine will finish cooking. I cooked it al dente to begin with. So a couple minutes, we'll be ready to eat. Alrighty, it's been a couple minutes. We're ready to plate up the fettuccine, the fish, and the asparagus. Give that one more toss. Asparagus. Right over top. There we go. We're ready to enjoy this meal. All right, here it is, our fettuccine alfredo. topped with Cajun trout and asparagus. If you love fish, you'll love this.
What do you got going on there, Tony?
Well, I think this might be a Burt Lake smallmouth.
No, it's a
wait,
Mullet
wait,
Lake
know where we are.
smallmouth.
Let's call this a Mullet Lake smallmouth. Let's hope. Let's see here.
Is a net available?
Oh, yeah, it's right behind you, but I'll
I'm
help.
not going to swing them with this.
Oh yeah, my bad.
I mean 6.
Oh. Come on, men, we need this one. The afternoon bite.
I gotta knock it off.
Come on, sweetheart. Come on, sweetie.
Want me to back it up a little bit, slow it down? Boat?
Fine.
Oh, fish on the bottom.
Stick a waypoint on that thing?
I did.
Okay, beautiful. Okay, whoever's got the net sheet is,
I do have it.
I think, willing to come up here. Probably going to get the wrong angle there, but I'm going to do my best to direct it to you.
Oh, nice fish, Tony.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Came out, we covered some water, saw a little bit of bait on the sonar, swung around, drug the same basic bait I was fishing before, only on a drop shot rig. We're about 8 inches off the bottom, just dragging it. Took all of about 30 seconds.
Well, we just moved over here to Mullet Lake. We had fish this morning at Burt Lake, and now this afternoon we decided to move up to Mullet Lake. So we're going to try our hand here, and as you can see, Tony boated a nice fish on the very first pass. So we're optimistic that we can get into a good, nice afternoon bite here.
Just cast it out there.
What do you got on for a bait, Don?
I've got on a white grub,
Good job.
chartreuse tail.
Here he comes. Looks like he's looking for the jump. Acting like a walleye.
No, he doesn't have that head
No,
shake.
he's got a smallie. Nice fish, Don. Beautiful fish. You don't want to stab. What a truck. Welcome to Mullet Lake, Don.
I'm speechless. This thing is a beast.
Well, if you're speechless, I'll hold that sucker
this
because
thing
it is a trophy fish.
It is definitely a very nice smallmouth. Very nice.
Hey everybody, John Bergsman here from Fisherman's Digest. Thanks for joining us today. If you want a trophy smallmouth like this, get with Tony on Up North Smallmouth Charters. It'll be on my website. And thanks again to Don for helping us with our bass fishing like he always does. We appreciate your loyalty to the show. We'll see you again.
Closed captioning provided by the Quality Inns of Escanaba, Manistee, and St. Ignace on US 2 in the Eastern Upper Peninsula.
As soon as he told him to put it,
Oh, shoot. I missed him. And it was a big one.